Right, guys, so today I'm going to be describing what a leaky gut is, what is relevant to health, and how best to fix it. So, leaky gut can also be interchangeably used for the term intestinal permeability. It is the idea that is being understood more and more through science that if your intestinal barrier is in any way damaged, you could be letting in toxins through it, which then spread into the bloodstream. It can be linked closely with probably all diseases to some degree. I use the word probably here because I haven't read every single scientific paper related to disease known to man. Also, highly doubt anyone has. So, yeah, that's why. So, I'm going to be putting an image on the screen here just to show you what it essentially entails. So, as you can see here on the left, the intestinal permeability is not impacted. It is also functioning as required by the human body. On the right, damage has occurred. It is no longer specifically enabling materials to flow into the body, and therefore chemicals and food particles can go through it. This isn't ideal as one of the last defenses our body has against toxins is no longer functioning optimally. It can become a free-for-all for substances to get into the tissues of the body that shouldn't. In these cases, they are not benign and do create a great deal of damage to the body. It can be linked to the following. Prepare for a long list. Inflammatory bowel diseases such as Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, diverticulitis, gastroesophageal reflux disease, eosinophilic esophagitis, fibromyalgia, degenerative disc disease, ALS, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, migraines, adrenal fatigue, eating disorders, mental health issues, including schizophrenia, bipolar, autistic spectrum disorder, heart disease, dental diseases, obesity, osteoporosis, HIV, gallbladder disease, chronic constipation. I'll leave it there, but I think you get the point. I want to explain that these are situations which are just linked to having a leaky gut. Some admittedly have closer links than others, but they're all things to avoid. The idea that having intestinal permeability is all good and okay is just daft. We all have it to some degree, we just have to aim to minimize it to avoid running into issues like some of those I mentioned previously. So now we know what it is and why it's relevant to all of us. How do we reduce the chances of it happening? So I suggest viewers take notes, but I will also outline it all in a list at the end of the video. Avoid or reduce foods that you have a negative distress response from, such as allergies and tolerances. Try out bone broth and consume collagenous-rich foods such as eggs. Consume adequate fat from animal sources, butter, ghee, tallow, lard, suet. Consume fermented foods, which do not cause negative reaction. That's individually dependent, such as kefir, sauerkraut, pickles, kimchi, kombucha, and yogurt that is live and active. Consume enough glutamine-rich foods. Many of them come from the protein portion of animals. Consume oily fish to maximize your DHA fatty acid intake, linked to better gut functioning, essentially. Choose organic and grass-fed foods where possible and within budget. Now, these are just some of the many tried and true methods you can find online, but these are the ones that I feel are most impactful. It's just my opinion, based on my own anecdotal experience working with people. So what I want people to do, if feasible, is to try out some of the things I outlined. They're all accessible and quite possible for the average person to do. As time passes, you'll find a number of positive things may happen. You might become more resistant to colds and flu. Myself, I am having a bit of a flu right now, so not ideal. So I need to work on my intestinal permeability. Have a lower likelihood of different infections, improve your mental health and cognition, digest food better, sleep better, and also become more resistant to pain. One side benefit is that you become more tolerant of cold exposure to an extent. So don't go burying yourself in the snow to test that theory out. It's not going to work. Anyway, I hope this video has been useful and people have some workable ideas they can use going forward. Let me know below in the comment section what methods you have tried to heal a leaky gut. Many thanks for watching.